Hey, beautiful humans. I am so honored to be here with you in this position as the leader of American Women's Empowerment. And as you can tell, this was never Lisa's plan to build up this organization just to leave it, but she's a woman of faith, as am I. And when she basically told me that this would be right for me to carry on because God said so, who was I to refuse? Let me ask you a question. Have you ever held back a question because you were afraid you might look dumb? Like, duh, shouldn't I already know this? I don't want to look dumb in front of my friends. Yeah, me too. Probably all of us at some point in our lives. But here's the truth. Curiosity is not weakness. It's courage. It's how we grow, how we connect. It's how we create something bigger than ourselves. Now at 54, I've lived a little. I've lost some, I've loved big. I took the leap, I face planted, I've gotten back up, battered and bruised. I'm surviving menopause, barely. I've led, I've followed, I've laughed until I've cried, and I've cried until I've laughed. I've done it alone, and I've done it with others. And every single experience, especially the hard ones, has taught me this. In the words of Maya Angelou, I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it. Can I get an amen on that? So that brings me to us right here in this moment. You've heard of the Band of Brothers, right? Well, look around. We are surrounded by a band of sisters. Sure, we fight different battles, not with bullets, but with busy schedules at home, the daily grind at work, the sick kids, traffic, broken down cars, feeling of overwhelm, and the quiet fears of, am I enough? Am I living my purpose? Isn't there more to life than this? We wake up with the weight of the world. We go to bed calculating bills, worrying about our kids, wondering if our dreams are still valid. Let me tell you something. That voice in your head, the one saying you can't, or maybe saying stay in bed later, you'll feel better, or that it's supposed to be this hard. Girls, that voice, it's a liar. You were born on purpose and for a purpose. With a fire inside you, ladies, you are fierce. You were designed to rise, and you were never meant to do it alone. We're not just here to network. We're here to lift, to love, to learn, and to launch one another forward. Life can be better when we're with the right women. Lean in, let down your guard, ask good questions. For God's sake, we all love to talk. So let's talk about what's real. I believe amongst all of the amazing and deserving women in this organization, this is why Lisa asked me to step up to the challenge of running this organization. One, because God makes no mistakes, and so who are we to question him? But number two, because every time we left an event, I would ask her, Lisa, imagine what could happen if we didn't just share a table, but we shared our stories, our gifts, our struggles, and our wins. She obviously recognized there's wisdom in the room, real, lived, fought-for wisdom. But unfortunately, the last few years have been difficult enough for her to navigate through health issues, never mind to lead and grow awe in the way that her heart desired. So let me ask you, would you like to know how to build a team? Hire someone that's worth their weight? Learn how to deal with a difficult boss? Or how to connect like Lisa does? Or how to open a med spa like myself or Rachel? Or live in your purpose after your kids leave home? How about navigating infertility or menopause or burnout from someone who's already been there? This is my vision for awe. Awe isn't just about events, it's about elevation. Strong, wise, relentless women coming together to share, grow, celebrate, and sometimes ugly cry, because that is real life. Some of us lead quietly from the sidelines, and some of us lead with a roar. But every single one of us is a warrior, a queen, a force. We lead businesses, we raise families, and we build followers and churches. And when one of us falls, we do not leave her there. We rise together. I'm sure you're aware there's women's empowerment groups all over the country, but I believe there's a reason the name American Women's Empowerment sat unclaimed until Lisa Driggers Milam picked it up and said, this is ours. And now I understand it wasn't waiting for just one woman. It was waiting for this band of sisters in this room, for you and for me. And now it's our turn. So I'll leave you with this. If you want the best out of others, you've got to give the best of yourself. Even the messy parts, especially the messy parts. We will often walk into this room dressed to impress with our war paint on, showing up as if we have it all together. But if we're being really honest with ourselves, if we're being truly authentic about the fact that we aren't perfect, showing our pain and how it brought us to a greater place, then we can elevate the life experience of the person in this room who needs to hear your story. And maybe, just maybe, there's someone in this room who will change the trajectory of your life too. This is why by the end of this year, I would love to start a podcast or a Facebook Live where I can have these conversations with you, where you can share your story. You can share other women, help other women to see how you rose from the ashes, or how you are so good at whatever it is that you do that will help them to elevate themselves in life or business, because you never know how far-reaching something you say, think, or do today can affect the lives of millions tomorrow. I don't think we're here to play small. We're here to love big, to lead bold, and fulfill God's purposes, live our best life as humanely as possible, and prove to Lisa that she started a legacy that will change the face of this planet forever. Because the women in this room wanted more from themselves, for themselves, and for the people that they're surrounded by, that they lead, and that they care for. And if it's God's will, this Atlanta-based organization will be so powerful that it'll spread across the country. But there's a caveat. I cannot and I do not want to do this alone. So are you on board with me? Who's in?